Hi period 2 and 6, and welcome to Life Science. I am Miss Moore and I will be your teacher this semester, and I apologize for not being able to be there this week, but I will be there from now on starting January 11th, which is next Monday. And I just wanted to give you guys a little hello and welcome to the trimester, and just let you know that things are going to be a little bit different than you've been accustomed to in the past. So first of all, I'm not going to be there this week, as you know, but I will be there starting January 11th, and I just wanted, you guys should have already read the syllabus and the daily routine, so you should be a little bit familiar with how things are going to be run here in the classroom. But just in case, if you look at the syllabus, please make sure that you and your parents sign the syllabus. Now on the syllabus, you're going to see things such as the materials that need to be brought to class every day. These are very important. You need to have these materials with you every single day. So you need to have your agenda book every single day, because every day you're going to write your homework in your agenda book. Okay, you also need 2 sharpened pencils, okay, just in case one breaks. I have this thing at the front of the door. However, it is not a pencil sharpener, okay? It is an umbrella holder. It is a coat rack. It is something other than a pencil sharpener. So don't try and sharpen your pencil, because it's not one, okay? You need pens, highlighters, crayons, colored pencils. You will need a composition notebook. I believe you all should have workbooks already for life science. Now, some of the most important things I really want you to get out of this video, at least, is our class rules and policies and procedures. We have a couple different class rules, such as be on time. Now, be on time. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. You need to come to class every day on time before the bell rings. You need to be sitting in your seats. Don't lollygag. Make sure you are on time to class. Nothing's worse than walking in 5 minutes and you've already missed the warm-up, and you've already missed, the announcements. You've missed things that are going to be going on today and during class, and then we have to wait for you to catch up. Not fun. The second class rule: be ready to learn. Now, this means that you're going to come to class with all materials that you need. Remember, we talked about materials that need to be brought to class every day? Yes, you need to be ready to learn, such as come with all your class materials. Don't just come to class and sit there, okay? You need to have materials. Bring paper, bring pencils, bring your notebook, bring your reading book, bring your highlighters, pencils, crayons, your agenda book, okay? You need to be ready to learn. Now, also, this doesn't mean come to class and just sit there, okay? You need to be ready to learn with your attitude as well. So come to class ready to learn. Don't come to class and expect to sit there and twiddle your thumbs all day, because that's not going to happen. Our next rule is be responsible, okay? You need to act responsibly at all times. You are responsible for your own actions, okay? You are responsible for completing and turning in all assignments on time, okay? You are also responsible for any missing assignments because you're absent. And our last class rule is you must be respectful. You need to be respectful to anyone who enters this room, or even while on campus for that matter, okay? You need to treat all materials with respect. Now, if you notice, there's a playing card on each one of your desks. Do not write on it. Do not pick them. Do not color on them. Do not try and erase on them. I don't know. Whatever you might think that you want to do, don't do it, okay? Be respectful to my materials. I paid for those materials with my own money. Do you want to pay for my playing cards? Because I don't think so, okay? Any type of materials that you borrow in class from me. If you have a class set, you'll know what a class set looks like because it has a giant number at the top right-hand corner of the paper. When you have a class set, you do not write on the class set. Why? Because it is a class set. It means every single class that I have for life science will be using that paper, okay? Same goes for science opportunity. If there's a number at the top right-hand corner, do not write on it. Okay, that is called a class set. Now you might be asking yourself, where is the agenda? Where can I find my homework? Well, right when you walk in the room, there's a whiteboard. Okay, on the whiteboard says agenda and homework. Now, if you looked in the correct column, you'll see that science opportunity, if you're looking at it facing the back wall with your back to the front wall, science opportunity is on the left and life science is on the right, okay? Your agenda is in the first box and your homework is in the second box. Please make sure you write down your homework in your agenda book. It is incredibly important that you write this down. And as you see in the syllabus, this class is a technology-driven class, which means that we're going to use technology in quite a many different aspects, okay? We're going to use Google Classroom. I don't know if any of you have used Google Classroom before, but we're gonna use Google Classroom for homework, quizzes, and any other assignment, okay? You can use Google Classroom to collaborate with others, but there will be specific rules you have to follow, okay? I have a technology contract, which is listed in your syllabus. Failure to comply with my technology contract will result in a loss of technology use inside and outside of the classroom for the remainder of the trimester, okay? That means if you mess up today on Instagram, you follow me on Instagram today when you get home, okay? And you decide to break my technology contract, means you are not going to be respectful, okay? Or you choose not to be respectful. You will lose all technology privilege for the remainder of the trimester, meaning you will not be able to use Google Classroom, which means you will receive a 0 on anything we do with Google Classroom. You will not be able to follow me on Instagram, which means you will not get to see the daily agenda on Instagram. Okay? You will also not be able to use Remind text messaging service, which means you will not get a text message from me every single day telling you what your homework is. That means if you miss out on this, too bad, so sad. You've now lost your privileges, okay? Because this class does use Google Classroom, the best part about Google Classroom is that it actually is an app on your cell phone, which means you could do your homework on your cell phone, which is pretty cool. And if you have questions on how to do that, please you can send me an email. My email is Lauren, Lauren, Moore, Moore, at ConnejoUSD.org. Okay? Again, that's Lauren Moore at ConnejoUSD.org. And if you have any questions on how to add Google Classroom onto your cell phone or even sign up for Google Classroom, please send me an email and I will send you a PowerPoint explaining how to exactly click by click sign on to Google Classroom. Okay? And yes, I do have an Instagram. Yes, it is a school account. Yes, I will be posting the homework every single day on Instagram, but no, do not ask, do not try. I will not follow you back, okay? And don't do the whole, well, follow for a follow back. No, I don't play that way, okay? I'm not gonna follow you on Instagram. Do you really want me to see you taking selfies of your food and your dog and you guys when you're at the beach with your friends? No, I don't wanna see that. I don't think you want me to see that. I'm not following you back. Don't even ask. And I know you've already read the daily routines paper, which is on the back of the syllabus. I just wanted to talk a little bit about how things are going to go on a daily basis here in the classroom. So every day when you walk in, there's a table at the very front underneath the giant, or it's not a big TV, but underneath the TV there is a table, and there's either a pink boxed off area or a blue and white, I think it's called chevron tape. Okay, for you guys, life science, you're going to be the pink taped off area, okay? Any materials you need for that day, be it a class set, the syllabus, or a worksheet that you're going to be doing, or an article that you're going to read, or paper that you might need because you're going to do a drawing or something. Any materials you will need for that class period will be on that table in the pink taped off portion, okay? Not the blue. The blue is for science opportunity. Pink is for life science, okay? A couple other things is that you are not to enter the classroom unless you are invited in, okay? I don't care if there's a squirrel outside and you're allergic to squirrels. You must be invited into my classroom, okay? You cannot just walk in. When you turn in your papers, any papers that you turn in, you're gonna have to tear off the little schnibbles on the end, okay? I don't want the little little crumbly things that you tear it out of your notebook because you don't have loose leaf paper. That's fine if you have to tear it out of your notebook, but take off the little schnibbles on the end. I don't want them. They make a mess. They get all over the desks. They get all over the carpet. They're annoying to pick up, and I don't want to deal with them, okay? Plus, when I'm grading everything, then it gets caught on the other papers, and they get mixed up, and it's just a mess. So just tear off those little schnibbles at the end, and you're good, okay? When you're also turning in papers, you're going to turn all papers in to your respective period bucket over by the bookshelf. Right? There's a bookshelf right by the flag. Turn it in there. If you're in period 2, turn it in period 2. You are in period 6, turn it in period 6. You're in period 4, turn it into period 4. Okay? Please make sure you are turning in your papers in the correct bucket. Also, please make sure your name is on the papers. Okay? You need to have your first and last name plus the period and what class you're taking. So if you're taking life science, do not put science opportunity. Please put life science. Okay, if you're life science period 2, put life science period 2. Okay, you're gonna put this at the top right-hand corner of your paper. Okay, don't put it on the left, don't put it at the bottom, don't put it on the side, put it on the top right-hand corner of your paper. Kind of like the one in the picture. Wow. Okay, please make sure, because if you don't put your name, you will lose points. Okay, I take off 2 points if you're not putting your name, 2 points if you don't put the date, 2 points if you don't put the period, 2 points if you don't put the class, right? This is a big deal. I've got 5 classes. I need to make sure I know which one you belong to, okay? Especially if I have you for more than one period. You need to make sure that you put your period, the class that you're in, and your name, okay? The first thing that you do when you walk in this room and after you've picked up the paper over by the desk and you sat down at your desk, the first thing you need to do is write down your homework in your agenda book, okay? First thing you should do. You need to make sure you write that down so that way when you go home later and your mom asks you, oh, do you have any homework? You can tell her, oh yeah, I wrote it in my agenda book already. Perfect, wonderful, good job, okay? Then you will complete a warm-up. I don't have a warm-up for you today, but you will have a warm-up tomorrow, okay? You must complete this warm-up within the first 5-10 minutes of class. Class is only about 50 minutes long. We need to use all of our time appropriately and wisely, okay? We've got a lot to cover this trimester, and we don't have a lot of time to do it. So, every day when you walk in, you're going to write your homework in your agenda book, and then you're going to complete your warm-up. Now, your warm-up has to be in your spiral or your composition notebook, okay? If you look at the materials that you need your composition notebook, all right? You're gonna put your warm-ups in the composition notebook every single day. So that way later, when you look back at the midterm or the final or when you take a test, you can look back at all of those warm-ups that you've accumulated and you can say, oh, that's right, I remember studying that, or I remember studying that, and then it's great. You have something to study. Woo, okay? Excuse me. The template for warm-ups, how you're going to complete your warm-ups, is on the daily routine paper, which is on the back side of your syllabus, okay? You're going to write the title warm-up at the top. Now, you don't have to, since it's going to be in a composition notebook, you do not have to write warm-up at the top of the page each time. I know what they are, okay? You can even on the front of your spiral or your composition notebook, you can write down warm-ups, so that way you know that's your warm-up notebook, okay? But then, every single time, every day, you must write the date. So if the warm-up was for today, you would write January 4th, 2016, okay? Then you would write underneath it, you would write question number 1, write out the question. And underneath that, you would answer the question in complete sentences. You need to write incomplete sentences, okay? You're in middle school now. You should be able to write in a complete sentence, okay? And you will write out the question for every single question. Usually there will be 5. Sometimes I might give you more, sometimes I might give you less, but you must write out the question, okay? And then after you finish with your warm-up, can't talk apparently, you will skip a line. Then the next day, so if this was tomorrow, you're going to write January 5th, 2016. Wow, it's 2016 already. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. 2016, then you'll, underneath that, number 1, write out the question, and then answer it. Number 2, write out the question, and then answer it. Okay? It's kind kind of easy. It's gonna get a lot easier as you do it every day, but don't worry. You'll have practice with this tomorrow, okay? Well, I hope you all had a great first day back, or have a great first day back from winter break, and I look forward to meeting you guys all on January 11th, and I just want to let you guys know that you are going to be held accountable for all of the work you do here this week. I will be grading it. You guys will have grades for it probably next Friday, so not this coming Friday, but next Friday I will grade all of the work that you guys have completed during this week with the substitute, and I look forward to meeting you guys and seeing you and working with you this semester, or trimester, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I look forward to meeting you guys.